my ladies is stress free, let's go.
Real is the issue, then they all artificial. And I can never dish you, but I will dismiss you straight to your face. Nah, I ain't got no manners, and these bros ain't got no standards. That's why he can't stand you. Always got your hand out for a handout. Can't stand on your own too. How you gonna stand out? I bet you missed the point. What a disappointment, like a missed appointment. Never indirect, but your intellect without introspect is so incorrect. Goddamn. Now that's disrespectful. But when you in the box, I'm always going to check you.
What up, EDS Squad? It's your boy Eli, and I'm coming to you with another story time / vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about my trip to New York City. But before I get into this reaction, please like this video, comment down below. Don't forget to hit that share button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100 subs, so you know. And guys, we're almost there. Tell y'all cousins, tell y'all brothers, tell y'all sisters, tell y'all uncles, aunties, moms, fathers, everybody about EDS Squad. We're almost at 100 subs. And when we hit 100 subs, we are, when I say we're gonna be lit, we are going to turn shit up. But before I even get into this, this story time / vlog, I just want to say my condolences to Nipsey Hussle and his family, Lauren London. It's such a crazy and sad tragedy. I will be doing a video about his death and the reaction from the African American community. We just have to talk. There's just some things that us as people, we mean well, but some things are just inappropriate in certain times and certain places. So I'll talk about that a little later in a different video. This video, we about to, I'm telling you, this New York City trip, guys, it was a doozy. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so I went to New York City the weekend of March 15th. It was March 15th, 16th, and 17th. My cousin, Honey, it was her birthday, and she wanted to do something in the city. She wanted to rent out a limo. She wanted to do that whole experience. And, you know, our family, we've been talking about party buses and limo. We've been talking about that for years. And it was like when she had hit me up about the whole plans, and she told me what was going on. Like, I was hyped because I was like, yes, finally, we about to finally do this party bus. We about to finally do this limo. Like, it's been 100 million years. Thank God. So, I would have to say, I'm not usually a procrastinator when I'm doing vacation. That's the only time I'm not a procrastinator. When I know I'm going to be out of town, I make sure I'm doing everything beforehand because I like to make sure that I have everything is good. Well, a dude didn't get paid until Wednesday of that week, and I was leaving Friday. Like, I put it in a reservation for my hotel, and I was leaving Friday. So Wednesday, I got paid. Thursday, I finally had a chance to go to the mall. I went to the mall. I found an outfit. You guys will see it right here. So you see my outfit. It didn't take me that long to find it. It was just the simple fact that I didn't know what to wear. That was the issue. So when I actually got to the store and I started looking at certain things and certain stuff, I got a picture in my head of what I wanted to look to be. I wanted it to be, of course, because she said it was a boss weekend, so I wanted it to be that boss weekend, you know, the suit jacket, you know. But I also wanted it to be casual because we're going to a club and we're going to be walking in this New York City and yeah, all that jazz. So I made sure that I had very formal on top, but very casual on bottom. And the outfit definitely went together. It flew together, and like I said, it didn't take me that long to get it out to find the outfit. Once I found the top coat first. Once I found the top coat, it was easy for me to find a shirt. It was easy to find me some jeans and some shoes. I can tell you what I got everything. I got the top jacket from JCPenney's. I got the pants from Track 23. I got the shoes from DSW. And I got the shirt from Old Navy. And if y'all don't know me, Old Navy and JCPenney's are two of my favorite stores of all time. So, you know, I had to hit those spots up. Anyhow. Okay, so let's get into Friday. Friday comes, I leave around 1 o'clock from this place right here and make my way to the bus station. I totally forgot that it was a holiday weekend, and on top of it being a holiday weekend, it was also spring break for colleges up here. So that meant that all of the people that live in the city and that are from the city that come up here for college, they was going home this weekend. So you will have to imagine that the bus station was packed. It really was. Thankfully I was able to get my ticket and I was able to go to the terminal I was supposed to go to. I got on one bus, was told to get off another bus because it was just so packed. It was just a lot. I finally got to the city around like 5 o'clock. Got off the bus, went straight to get a lift. On my phone, ordered a lift, and guess what? Decline. So the first thing in my head is like, bitch, I know I have money in my account. Like, I'm not going to nobody's New York City with no bread. Like, that would never happen. So I'm like, what's going on? So I called my bank, and in the midst of me calling my bank, I had to get to this hotel because check-in started at 3, and by the time I got to the city, it was like 5:15, 5:30. So I was like, alright, let me go check in. Hopefully my car would work. Like, I'm calling the bank right now. So in the midst of that, I find a taxi, which was like pulling teeth to find a taxi, but I finally got one. My hotel was in the Bronx, not that far from Manhattan, not that far from where I was at. It did cost a lot of money, but I think my taxi was like between $26 and $28. It was like almost hitting that 30 mark. It is what it is, because even if I was taking a Lyft, it was going to cost that much as well. So it was basically at that point where I was like, fuck it. So I get to the hotel, mind you, by the time I get to the hotel, I had already talked to the bank, and they already said everything is good. They're going to take the block off. There was a block on it. I had to call ahead of time, so I'm not going to be out of my region. Cool. So I get to the hotel, and before I even go to the front desk to check in, I go on my app because I booked the reservation through Booking.com, excuse me. And when I went to Booking.com to get my confirmation number, it told me that my reservation was canceled because of it tried to charge when I was in the city. Oh my lord, guys, you know, I was pissed. I called up my bank again and was like on the phone with them. Guys, I was on the phone with PayPal for 45 minutes straight. And it wasn't like I was on the phone talking to the operators. No, I was on hold for 45 minutes. At that point, I was to the point where I was just like, you know what? I have enough cash on me to get a taxi to bring me back to Port Authority and take my black ass back to Albany. Because I don't got time for it. My car don't work in Albany. Cool. Sorry, honey. That's basically where I was at. So I ended up just saying, you know what, Elijah, let's just throw caution to the wind and let's go to the front desk and see if it'll work. If it doesn't work, then you know you tried and you know you gotta do what you gotta do. So I went to the front desk and I went to the lady. I was like, excuse me, I really have to, I was like, I really have to check and see if my car works. I'm in a new area and you know how they do with them. She was like, yeah, I know they block cars if you're in a different area, da 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 da. I was like, yeah, I know it's dope for security reasons, but it's a pain in the, you know what. So she's checking me, because I rebooked again. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you guys that. I had to book again. It was a little bit more, like probably like $20 more, but it is what it is. The thing then is I was able to book because it was, first of all, it's in New York City. 2, it's a holiday weekend, so you know hotels are filling up fast. So I was so thankful and it was so blessed to even get another reservation in. So I asked her if that reservation went through. She was like, yeah, I see your name, Elijah, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. So she's checking me in. She's like, all right, I'm gonna need your card, guys. All right, so I'm gonna tell you something, and guys, I want this to never be spoke about ever again. Okay, guys, so my ID expired on my birthday. My birthday was December 3rd. My ID expired. And the procrastinator I am, I waited to the last minute to rectify that situation. And by the time I rectified that situation, I also had to change my address. They sent it to the wrong, first of all, they put it through the wrong address because I was waiting. Like, I did it like a month before I was even supposed to go see to the city. As time was going on, I was like, yo, where's my ID? It only takes a week for it to come through the mail. So I go to the DMV and I check up with them. They sent it to the wrong address. Like, they put the wrong address in how do you put the wrong address in? And how didn't I catch that when I went a month ago? I digress. We got the situation fixed. I did not have to pay for a new ID, and that was whatever. So guys, I'm prefacing this by saying I was going to New York City with an expired ID. And you guys are probably like, why the hell are you going to New York City with expired ID? Not only do you have to check in with the ID, you have to get into a club with the ID. Like, how are you getting in? So let's go back to me checking in. So I check in, I'm like already on a little pins and needles because I don't know if she gonna say something about my ID, this, that, and the third. So she's like, alright, I need ID and I need and by that time my car went through. My car went through, I was hyped up like, hallelujah, the block is off, I can shop in New York City, even though I really didn't shop. So I give her the ID and she just, they copy the ID so they can have it on file. And she didn't say nothing. Like, I don't know if she saw the expiration date, I don't know. But she didn't say nothing and I was checked in. I checked in probably like 15-20 minutes later after I checked in. My cousin checked in. I saw my cousin Honey and my cousin Chuck because they rode down together. And it was so funny because Chuck was right across from me and Honey was right across from me, excuse me. And Chuck was like a couple doors down. So we get there. Everything is copacetic. We start drinking, turning up, having fun. We go get something to eat. We come back. We smoke, we drink, and then we waiting for my other cousins from Kingston to come. They don't come until like 2 o'clock, I believe, like 2 o'clock in the morning. By that time, I'm getting ready to go to bed because I am tired. I've been traveling all day, and I had to get up in the morning because I was going to go to Times Square. So I wake up in the morning. They have free breakfast, so it was like, okay, you want to go get breakfast? Okay. So I go across the street, knock on the door. Everybody's up for the most part because they had to go to the spa. They was going to the spa. I wasn't going to go to the spa. I wanted to go to Times Square because I haven't been to Times Square in over a decade. Wanted to experience that yet again. So, went to Times Square. Went to Madame Tussaud. Tussaud, whatever. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I went to the wax museum. I had so much fun. Oh my goodness. Like, you're gonna see in the videos that I'm gonna show you that they had different stations. Most of the stars looked like themselves. It was just like Rihanna, Lady Gaga, and a couple of others really didn't look at all. And there was no Beyonce. Like, Beyonce wasn't there. Like, my queen wasn't there. I was disgusted. Where's Cardi B? Why haven't Cardi B gotten a wax figure at this point? Like, I was hoping to see her. They didn't even have, did they have Nicki? I don't even think they had Nicki Minaj. If I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think they had Nicki. But through and through, I had a good time. Oh my gosh, the part that I loved it the most was the station where all the historical figures. It was like, you'll see, because I will definitely be, like I said, be putting videos in between. The historical figures, they had like, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Gandhi. They had, they even had like Castro, and they had, the popes. They had, Princess Diana. And then, like, it was just dope how they had it. Like, they had them on the outskirts, and like, in the inskirts, they had the former presidents. Like, they had Bill Clinton, I believe. They had John F. Kennedy. They had, a few more. And then before you go to the Oval Office, and you know who's at that fucking Oval Office, didn't even go to that spot. But on the other side, like, the Oval Office would be right here, and on that side, it was like the press secretary, you know, where the press secretary always comes out and delivers the press in the press room. Okay, so they had that little setup in that corner, and they had Barack and Michelle right there. And, yeah, I, of course, you know, took a picture with Barack and Michelle. You know, they're still my presidents forever and ever. Get into that, you go into, there was this Ghostbusters theme. At first it was kind of scaring me because I was like, you go down, and then it was like a subway. It was like, you're going, like, basically you're going down the stairs, you're going down into the subway. And then it was like this video of Al Roker, he was talking about paranormal activity. I'm like, bitch, there better not be not one thing that pops up and touches me in this museum, because I will be locked up in NYPD jail. Like, at all. So, my scary ass, yes, I was a little scary. My scary ass went into this couple that I was basically walking with, kind of. They was finished with the historical figures. And we all walked down there, and we walked in, and there was like, there was like a grand piano playing music by itself. Creepy. And then they had all of the characters from, the Ghostbusters movie. Melissa McCarthy, Kirsten Wiig, and Leslie Jones. And after that, you know, they had Project Runway, which was dope because I never thought that they would have a Project Runway. They had John Paul Gaultier. They had Heidi Klum, I believe. Yeah, and they had Met Gala, Anna Wintour. Then after you go through Project Runway, they had like a little Marvel little station where they had Iron Man and Nick Fury. The whole thing. They also had like King Kong. They had the Kong movie. If y'all don't remember that movie that came out a few years ago, they had like that theme. But they also had like They had Katniss Everdeen. They had some other character for some other movie, but it was that kind of theme. Then you go, and then there was like a club theme, and that's where all like the pop and rock and hip hop stars was, and it was had a sports. It was like it looked like it looked like the locker room, like a football or a stadium locker room. And they had the football stars. They had Carmelo Anthony. I did not see LeBron James. They had Conor McGregor. They had Frazier. They had, like, it was just dope. That Tussaud was dope. I had so much fun. After that, I went to the heart of Times Square. In that mist, check out this video. Yeah, so that was interesting. It was funny because nobody really was taking them serious, and it was like, I'm not going to take you serious. Like, how are you preaching Christ but telling us we're all doomed to hell, and just preaching fire and damnation to all of us, but you're trying to win souls? It doesn't make sense, and that is part of the reason why I don't mess with the Christians like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely believe in God, I definitely believe in Jesus, I know He died for my sins, and all that good stuff, and I definitely read the Bible from time to time, and I definitely pray, all that good jazz. But y'all Christian folk, y'all be doing the most, and that's a different story for a different day. Case in point. So after I seen those shenanigans, I go to get something quick to eat. Then I go to Old Navy. I see this beautiful jean jacket, and I, had to buy it. And I got some jeans, and I brought an outfit. After that Old Navy trip. I was like, all right, Elijah, it's like 2 o'clock. It's time to go home, back to the hotel, because you gotta take a nap and get ready for tonight, because tonight we lit. So it took me forever to get back home. To the hotel, and the reason why was because of there was a parade. The St. Patrick's Day parade was Saturday, because that Sunday they was having a half marathon. Yeah, they totally forgot that they was having a parade. The parade was like, of course, it's New York City's in Times Square. Of course, it's humongous. So the parade was pretty much over by the time I even stepped foot. Like, by the time I got to like Old Navy and was shopping, the parade was over. But that didn't matter. There was still so many people. And I was trying to order a Lyft. Ordering a Lyft in the heart of Times Square was like the stupidest thing that I could ever think I could do. Because I think I got canceled at least 15 times in Times Square. I got canceled. Like, they were not coming to pick me up. So it finally dawned on me, like, dummy, walk until you find like a quiet street that a car could get to. So I start walking and I go find a quiet street and then I order a Lyft. A couple people canceled on me because of the traffic, but I finally got that one person that was determined, and I had to meet up with him. The traffic was that bad that I had to actually go like a couple blocks up and meet him. But we made it work. He got me back to the hotel. Go back to the hotel. Hear Honey, my cousin Honey, and them. I'm thinking that they're at the spa. I'm like, why is there? So I knock on the door. They couldn't go to the spa. They was late to their appointments, all that good jazz. So they didn't go. They're like, you should have went to the Times Square. I'm like, girl, I told y'all to the Times Square. Y'all should have just, after y'all couldn't go to the spa, y'all should have said, fuck it. Let's go to the Times Square and link up with Eli. All you had to do was call me. We could have linked up. But anyhow, so I get to the hotel. I go and get something. Me and Honey go get something to eat, and then I go and take a nap. Take my nap, get up. Now everybody is starting to like pre-turn up. People are starting to get their makeup and hair done because we had to be ready by 10 o'clock because that's when the limo was coming. If my family is procrastinators, like I'm like the littlest when it comes to procrastination in my family because there is some big, huge, heavy cases. So everybody's getting ready, we getting fun, we having fun, we turning up. You guys will see that in the video as well. Yeah, when I say we was bossed the fuck up, we was bossed the fuck up. Nobody was touching us. Nobody was telling us that we were not fly. Nobody was telling us that we were not we were not those bitches. Like, well, I was that nigga. I ain't no bitch. But you know what I mean, though. So we was fly. We get into the limo comes, we get in, and by that time I was a little, I had smoked and I was drinking. So, I was a little buzzed, but I wasn't to the point where I was like wasted. But my girl, Honey, she made sure that her birthday, she was turning the fuck out. Because, oh girl, soon as we pulled out of that fucking limo, this bitch got the fuck up in that limo and turned around and just started twerking for the gods. Bitch, and the gag was I couldn't even get a video. Like, so you lucky, Honey, because you was about to be candy camera with that. But, yeah, she was lit by the, so we get to the place. I'm a little nervous because I'm like, bitch, your ID is expired. Are you gonna get in? But the gag was I also had a couple other people in the crew that either did not have their ID or, yeah, they didn't have their ID. They forgot theirs at home. So if worst come to worst, we was all about to be outside just chilling. But we get to the spot. They explained their situation. He allowed them in, and then he checked my ID. He didn't say nothing. He just let me right in. We go in. The music was bumping. There was 3 DJs. We got there towards the end of the first DJ set. He was dope. The second DJ, I think that was a DJ where it was like, like he was playing some good, but then he was like, I don't think that loud. By that time, my cousin Honey was over it. She was bugging the fuck out in the club. Like, we had to get her the fuck up out of here.
I'm fucking from J.A. My husband represents J.A. Not this fucking
City boys.
Fuck with this hoe. Okay?
Come on, ladies, it's Street Street. Let's go. Street for the ladies.
Birthday girl doing too much. I'm not with that Spanish. I'm with that fucking
But in the midst, we had hookah. We had 2 hookahs going. We had drinks. Like, we had a good ass time in that club. We was shaking. They were shaking their ass. We had a good time. So after the club, we were gonna go to Times Square to take some pictures, cause you know we're all fly as fuck. Like we gotta take some like dope ass pictures, and we're already in Manhattan, so we might as well go to Times Square. So we go to Times Square. It is so cold, God, and it's windy. Like I cannot last 10 minutes out there. But we found this photographer, which was like a blessing from the Lord. We found this photographer. He was so dope. He took so many pictures, and he just asked for $20 for all of them. I think he took like 200 to 300 pictures between that. And he only asked for $20 for all of those pictures. I gave him the $20. He put it on my cousin's phone, and you know, it's just dope because you just get all those memories. To look down. So after that, we go back to the hotel. I'm done. I'm ready to go to bed because we have to get up and we have to check out, and I gotta travel. Yeah, tomorrow's a travel day, so later on that day is a travel day, so whatever. So I ended up going to bed, and then I wake up around like 7 o'clock. I start getting my stuff ready. My dumb ass did not buy a round trip ticket, so I had to, yeah. So I go on the website to see what time the buses were leaving, and there was one at like 9:45, and it was like 8 o'clock. I was like, alright, all I gotta, by that time I was done packed. All I have to do, I will get there before 9:45 because like I said, Bronx and Manhattan is not that far. So I check out, go get my lift, order my lift. My lift comes. We go to Port Authority. I say bye to everybody because they was going to the spa because they couldn't go Saturday, so they went Sunday. So I go to Port Authority. I get there by like 9:15. I go to Trailways first, and I'm like, can I get a one-way to Albany? The guy says, yeah, the next bus is at 1:30. I really did that. I was like, come again? What time? He was like 1:30. Do you want that ticket? He was like, it's everybody's going back home from the holiday. I'm like, fuck. So I go to Greyhound thinking that it was gonna be different. 1:30. So I ended up just buying a ticket for 1:30, and I had to stay in Port Authority until 1:30 because I had all my stuff, and like I can go and walk around and stuff. Like I'm not carrying all that stuff with me. So it's finally that time. After 100 years, after 100,000 people traveling the same direction, I finally get on the bus. The bus was so fucking packed, yo. I was so uncomfortable. It was a 3-hour ride. My back, my neck, everything was hurting me. But I got through it. Finally got back to Albany. And I would just have to say that I had a amazing time. New York City was so dope. I definitely want to go back for probably an extended trip. There's a couple of other spots that I wanted to hit up that I couldn't. But that's okay. I would definitely try to make a trip this summer. Yes, so I had a good time. Again, happy birthday, honey. I had a great time. Yeah, I had a great time. And I know my family had a great time. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. By saying like this video, comment down below, hit that share button, subscribe button, all that good jazz. I'm gonna end this video with a clip. Again, happy birthday, honey. We had a great time, and It's only bigger and better from here. Again, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
And I can never dish you, but I will dismiss you straight to your face. Nah, I ain't got no manners, and these bros ain't got no standards. That's why he can't stand you. Always got your hand out for a handout, can't stand on your own too.